It is so cold. Hey guys, and welcome back to another planty video. I'm kind of like finally getting back into the planty video type things. I don't know, I'm on a strict budget, which means I can't buy new things, which means I feel like my videos are boring. But here we are. Today I am going to give you some updates on some of my favorite plants, or just not necessarily like my favorite plants. Like obviously I still like them because I still have them, but like some plants I feel like you guys haven't seen since I got them. So without further ado, if you're new here, hi, I'm Emily. My puppies are not in here at the moment, even though the door is open. No, they're deciding to play in the hallway. It's great. It is also like 7 in the morning. Oh, there's one. Hi, buddy. You can barely see the top of his head, but this is Sammy. Hang on. Oh, here came Harley. So this one's Sammy, and the black one is Harley. Hey, get your nose away from my plants. They are a little kind of mad at me because they got their nails clipped last night, but it had to be done, okay? Ugh, you're blocking me in. Okay, go. So now let's get into it. Hi. We do not chase our tails in this room. No, we don't. Especially at like 8 o'clock in the morning. No, we don't. No, we don't. Okay, so I just want to say I am filming this video very, very, very early because it is Friday, November 1st. So I want to start this month off with my planty videos. Hang on. Okay, where was I? I want to have this video up today, so I'm filming it very early so I can start this month out right with planty videos because I have been slacking. So here we are. It is also the start of Alex's birthday month. So yeah, and I have definitely been slacking in my videos just because I don't really know like what videos you guys want to see or like updates or like anything like that, but I also don't want to like do a whole bunch of updates all at once, if that makes sense, and like just spam you guys with just update videos every time I upload. But anyways, we're going to go ahead and just get into it. Now these are in no particular order. I'm just going to pluck the first one I want to talk with you about, and that is going to be a Hoya. This is Miss Hoya Bella, and if you don't know, I chopped her a few weeks ago. She did just have 2 strands, or like 2.5 strands, but now she is getting nice and lush. So I chopped her right there. So all this strand right here is new growth. This strand is new growth. This strand, and this one at the bottom here. as well as this right here, this right here, and then just it growing longer. Now, she's missing a couple leaves here, but it's okay. It's okay. We're not going to talk about that. Now, as you can see, she is getting very thick and lush. Just from, I took like 2 cuttings, okay? Maybe 3, but I think I just took like 2. But she is still bald-headed because this is coming out of just 1 strand, or like 1 original cutting. So she is getting big and lush and nice. And I do have those other 2 cuttings. They are currently rooting, and they are eventually going to go back in here with her. I might actually repot her too, because this does, just because it's a small, really small pot, she dries out a little bit. And it's not very healthy. Like right now, she is dry as a bone, which it's fine, but like she really needs to stop drying out this much. But yeah, so there is plant number 1, Miss Hoya Bella. I am so happy with how she's starting to look. I might actually cut her again just because this strand is so like long and wonky. I might cut her like right there just to have it a little bit more unified, but it's fine. It's fine. Coffee break. Now, I will say she has had a couple blooms. She's bloomed, or she has produced like two or 3 blooms for me, but they've always been either knocked off or just fall off before they actually open, which is pretty disappointing, but what can you do? She is in my nose bow here, and she is pretty crowded. It's pretty crowded in there, especially on the top shelf where she is. So I'm gonna have to do some rearranging, but it's fine. I'm also thinking of doing like a little bit of a purge before we move, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know what I want to like part with. I mean, I guess there's a couple things. Okay, so I can see like 4 things I would be okay parting with. One of which is cuttings. And the other is just my green version, just my regular heartleaf philodendron. And then I already forgot the other ones. Maybe that Aglaonema. I don't know. She doesn't really like me, so. Anyways, on to the next one. Okay, we're gonna do this one because I'm very excited to show you. This is my variegated vidifolium, Anthurium vidifolium, and she is starting to pack on some size. So this was her last, her like second to most recent leaf. Definitely getting on some size here, some nice variegation. This one right here is one that she is currently hardening off. But what's also weird is there's this one as well. So she's doing like 2 leaves at once. But I don't know, maybe it's like smashed against the glass or something, because this one's, look, she's looking a little wonky. But that is a-okay. Honestly, this one's all yellow. Like, I do not see like any green in it. It just looks yellow, at least as far as what I can see. But man, she is looking gorgeous. And just like, look at this leaf. This leaf is chef's kiss. It is perfect. I mean, it's not like physically perfect, but visually it's perfect. I mean, she's got like a couple little deformities here, but just if you're just looking at like the color and the variegation, it is stunning. Same thing with this one. It does have more of that yellow variegation, but it still has a little bit of green. Now, I don't remember this one looking this dark, so I think as the leaf ages, it definitely gets more dark. I kind of think it's like my variegated Freydeck, because a lot of the time with a new leaf, it looked very light, like the green looks very light, and it looks that way for about a week after it's fully unfurled, and then it just starts to gradually get darker and darker and darker. So maybe this one will turn out with this dark green, and maybe this one just isn't showing its variegation, or like it's green, and maybe it will get green, but who knows. It's okay. But yeah, she is looking gorgeous, getting big. I'm gonna have to figure out where to put her soon, because she's about to start outgrowing the cabinet here. So yeah, I have no idea where I'm gonna end up putting her, but it's okay. We'll figure it out. We will figure it out. She has so many roots in here. She's, dare I say, happy as a clam. I've never said that in my life. Happy as a clam. I've never said that. The coffee's getting to me, guys. Speaking of, coffee break. Now, I will say, these are all like really, not like really small plants, but they are my smaller plants that I'm giving an update on. One of them's actually like cuttings. I mean, they're rooted now, but they were cuttings, which I'll just go on to that one. This is my Hoya lyris. I don't know what I was trying to say, but whatever. She is getting lots of growth. I mean, just look at this strand getting huge. It was actually standing up like this in the Bag-O-Boat when I took it out. We're getting new growth. So these two are the cuttings that I had took when I took cuttings from this one. I believe it's just these two, but new growth starting, which means it now has roots. This one also has new growth. It's harder to tell because it doesn't have any leaves, but all that right there is new growth. But yeah, so new growth means new leaves, or not new leaves. It means new roots. Sorry. And this is a strand that I took the cutting from, and you can see all of this still new growth as well, that it's done since I took the cuttings. So yeah. Okay, 3 of the 6 that I pulled are Hoya, so we're just getting Hoya updates today, guys. At least half of them. But yeah, so far so good. I haven't killed it yet, which, if you've been following me for a while, back in February, I got 2, it was supposed to be like plugs, but they were supposed to be fully rooted for my birthday, and they had barely any roots, and within a couple weeks, they were gone. All right, they were gone. Now, maybe it was just because I wasn't keeping up with them enough, keeping them watered, because they were like so little. But I don't know. But at the same time, these were fresh cuttings. When I got them, they had no roots whatsoever. And they're still alive. Like, I've already taken cuttings, and those cuttings have now rooted. I'm gonna chalk it up to the stratum that I have them in, because if you want roots, stratum is the way to get roots. I'm gonna just go ahead and do the last Hoya that I have of these, or in these 6, and that is Miss Nova Ghost. I knew what it was, but like I kind of blinked for a second and I didn't trust myself that it was actually the Nova Ghost. I don't know. But since I put her on the trellis, I'm pretty sure these are new leaves. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I also think I think when I move, I'm gonna cut her because she has this really long tendril right here with nothing on it. And honestly, it looks like this tendril up here has dried out for whatever reason, which is weird because I'm gonna cut that whole last part out because it did not come out the way I wanted it to. Miss Nova Ghost, her newest tendril right here seems to have dried out. I don't know why. She has been retaining moisture. She is still, you know, still not ready to be watered. Even though I watered her at least a week ago. I think about a week. So and when I watered her, this tendril was fine, so I don't going on, but it's gone on. So, I don't know. I think I might actually chop her up once we move. I'm not going to do it now because I do not want to be moving a whole bunch of cuttings and risking said cuttings. Especially on this one, because this one, when I got it, was not cheap. I don't think. I think it was cheap for what I got, but like this is, as far as I know, this is still not a very cheap Hoya. I could be wrong though. I don't know. I'm like dipping my toe into Hoyas, and as with all things, I bought a whole bunch at once. And now I'm learning my lesson. I will say though, I have been very good. Why are your leaves all wrinkled up? Anyways, I have been good about begonia. I have yet to buy another begonia besides the one begonia torch I have, which I'm going to show you right now. Okay, so this is my begonia torch. I wasn't going to show her to you because she was in my last video where I repotted her. But, I mean, not only is she getting nice and lush, but she is flowery. In case you haven't seen that video, I like freaked out when I knocked one of her flowers off and I saw the flowers for the first time. I freaked out, okay? Because these are my first actual blooms that I have ever had. Well, no, I take that back. Because my string of hearts bloomed. But those look really weird. So these are like the actual like flower looking flowers. there we go, that I have ever had in my plant room. So I like freaked out. Okay. So if you want to see that, check out my last video, which was repotting. But it was a repotting story time actually, about how I quit / got fired from my casino job, but it's fine. Excuse you. No. So here are her cute little pink blooms. I have no idea why her leaves are curling, because she's wet. Like she does not need to be watered whatsoever. Maybe it's because she lost a lot of roots. I'm pretty sure this was the one with the death plug in it when I repotted her. And in doing so, like, it kind of ripped a lot of roots. But I think she'll be okay. I don't know. But, I mean, she's still got new growth. That new growth is pretty weird. Oh, that's because it got caught. How'd you get caught? Anyways, she is blooming in 2 spots. Right up top here where you can like fully see it. And then she's actually got blooms down on the bottom as well. So, yeah, we are blooming up a storm, and yeah, I mean, I would not have picked this begonia for me. Like, I did pick it, but I picked it solely for the fact that I had got 3 plants for $20. Okay, at a farmer's market. That's where I got this one from. And it was actually one of you guys that actually helped me figure out what kind of begonia this was. But I got it for the sole reason to see if I could actually keep it alive. And if I could keep it alive, I would then go into begonias that I actually like aesthetically. Like, I like the look of them. So, because I do not particularly like this one, I feel, just in my opinion, it's my opinion, you don't have to agree with it, but I feel like it's pretty bland. It's just green and like a burgundy. I am definitely a silver variegation, silver plant girly, and so yeah. But yeah, so there's her. I'm not mad that I got it though, because these flowers are freaking adorable. They're adorable. So yeah, and she just hangs out in my man face pot. His wife, the pot's wife, is actually the pot that my string of hearts is in. So, and if you're interested, I actually got them at Lowe's. Yeah, it was Lowe's. I think they were like $5 or $6 each. Now, this is like, oh, what size are you? So it's an Allen and Roth planter. That's the brand. It says 0.6 quart. I think it's like a 5-inch. Because this is a 4-inch pot. And it's still like, maybe it's a 4-inch. It's either like a 4 or 5-inch planter. But yeah. I have his wife too. But yeah, they were like $5 or $6 each. So if you're interested, head to your Lowe's and see if they have them. I don't know if they do at your Lowe's, but I don't know. I actually got them a few months ago, I think. But anyways, moving on. Well, now I have 8 of them. I'm gonna show you because I showed you that one, I think. I don't know if that isn't. Anyways. Okay. Next up, I have not shown you this one since I got it. Well, since my grandma actually got it for me. This is my string of pearls. And yes, it is still alive. So, round of applause for me because I have kept one of the most difficult plants alive. So, a round of applause. I'm actually very excited about it. And she has got a bunch of new pearls. Like, all the little ones are new pearls and the big ones are the ones they came with practically. So, I'm excited. I've kept it alive. So, because I know a lot of people have had so much trouble with these, I'm just going to tell you what I do. She sits on my wall of shelves. She gets not only morning east light, but she also is under my Sansi grow lights. Not like directly under, but she definitely gets a good amount of light. And I only water it when I forget when the last time I watered it was. Like, I watered it last night, but I only gave it like, where's my water bottle? I had used this, just a water bottle that I had refilled. I had used half of this, about half of this on my Justina pothos last night. I had poured some of it onto one of my moss pools that needed a little touch up. And then, I need to put this down. I had put maybe that much water into that. That is how much I watered it last night. And like, she's cool. She's good. Yeah, her pearls have definitely plumped back up. Now, I will say when I check it, I do the big pearls. Excuse you, sir. So the big pearls, I'll just kind of squish just a tiny bit. I won't actually squish them, but I'll kind of feel them. And if they are going like mushy almost, that is when I water it, because that means your girl's thirsty, all right? That is what that means. But yeah, I am super excited. She has all this new growth. And not only that, like, I honestly put her in this planter just as a, basically as a just holding planter. I wanted to have a planter that she could just kind of sit in, and it just so happened to like fit her little nursery pot that she had come in, okay? And I mean, now that she's growing, this planter just, this combo just looks, it looks so good. I'm pretty sure, I'm like 80% sure I got this at Walmart. Now, I will say I have a bone to pick with Walmart, because now that, you know, the growing season, yeah, Better Homes and Gardens is from Walmart. And she's a 5-inch pot. But the lip is smaller because she's in a 4-inch pot. And it like fits perfectly. But yeah, my bone to pick with Walmart. It's not the growing season anymore, which means all their pots, like most of their soil, most of their plants, just most of anything indoor planty is gone. It's gone. And like, I go to Walmart every week, okay? And just all of a sudden, 1 week, or maybe it was like 2 weeks since the last time I went to Walmart, like in the time I'm talking about, but everything was like gone. They had like, Harley, stop. She's trying to lick a pot. No, we don't do that. Anyways, they had like maybe 1 or 2 really large, like 10 plus inch, really heavy, like concrete planters on sale. That was it. Everything else was gone, and I was so mad because I had my eye on some of their hanging planters and just some of their planters in general that I just thought was a little too expensive. They were like $20 or $30, and I didn't want to pay full price for it, so I was waiting until they went on sale. The one week I don't go to Walmart, they went on sale and like everything was gone. I'm talking within like 2 weeks. So yeah, I was disappointed there. I did not like that, but what are you going to do? Because you can't be like, hey Walmart, bring back all my planty stuff that you decided to sell while they were on sale. But whatever, it's fine. I'm over it. I'm not over it, but whatever. I'm over it. Okay. Second to last one. This is my Peppera Hope. I did just recently move her to a spot with like a little bit lower light. Actually, probably a lot lower light, because now she has a just cheap Amazon clip-on light instead of the Bonia she was under. She's still giving out new growth. I mean, she's looking good, except for the fact that she is getting leggy as hell. Okay? Like, and honestly, I have no idea how to propagate this. I could probably figure it out, but I'm kind of afraid to, because Claire from the Jungle Haven has tried to propagate this plant. I'm pretty sure it's this plant. A bunch of times, and a lot of times it fails. And that makes me afraid. That makes me afraid because she is one of the, plant influencers that I look up to, and if she's having trouble with it, I know for sure I ain't doing it. I can't do it. I would not be able to. But, I don't know, also just, the plant hobby, if you will, I call it an addiction, but tomato, it's fine. It is all about, just trial and error, because there is no direct how-to guide, which is fine. That just means you're always learning something new, and it kind of keeps, it keeps my interest in the hobby, but at the same time, it also, makes me not want to be with the hobby, because also in my last video, I had to cut up my Adansonii mint, because she threw a fit, lost all but 3 of her leaves, two of her leaves, and 1 was going out. I don't know. She threw a ginormous fit. She was going up to her second extension on her moss pole, and apparently she didn't like that, or it was because when I left for 5 days and she didn't get her pole kind of dried out, just a little bit. It just dried out a little bit, but she hated it, and she threw a damn fit. So yeah, she is now in timeout and routine. So anyways, there is no one size fits all with plants. And that's just the point I'm trying to make. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe once we move, I'll try and cut her up. But honestly, I'm terrified. So yeah, she is also in this planter. Honestly, this planter came with a succulent that I didn't want, and I had put it on a shelf behind something and like totally forgot it was there, and it ended up killing the succulent. So whoops, my bad. But yeah, it was on clearance anyways. It was already dying. But yeah, I got a cute little owl pot out of it. It's a little owl with glasses. Honestly, it gives, like, now that I'm looking at it in the camera, it gives like Harry Potter vibes. It really does. It kind of looks like a Harry Potter owl, just probably because of the glasses. But yeah, that is her. And now, because I have been sitting here talking for a long time, we're gonna just move on to the last one super quick. And this one is one of my favorite plants. It's one of my babies, and I am super excited. Yeah, let's show you that. Okay, I got it. Her pot's a little heavy. This is my Monstera Algo, and she is putting out a new leaf. Can you see it peeking right there? Look at that new leaf. That new leaf is freaking gorgeous. Now, I have noticed, now I could be wrong and she could just throw me for a freaking loop, but I have noticed that she gives a very variegated leaf, and then it moves on to a slightly less variegated leaf, definitely more green, and then it goes back to a very high white leaf. That's what I've noticed. Now, whether she sticks with that pattern, I have no idea, because if you look at her, you know, baby leaves, we'll say. So this is the youngest leaf that she has. Barely any white on there, okay? And then you go to the second youngest leaf. A lot of variegation. Okay? Way more white than the last leaf. Okay? And then the next leaf, just a little bit of white on there. Okay? Mostly green. Will you stop licking your leg? Stop it. Sammy, stop. So, little bit, just little splotches, just a little fairy dusting of white, if you will. And then we go to the next one. A lot more white. Like, so much more white than the last one. And then go to this one, which I think this might have been the first leaf it gave me in my care. Maybe. But again, less white than this one. And then it gave, okay, so that one. Okay, here we go. And then it gave me this one. And we just repeat the cycle. Okay. Less white, then more white. Now, she is starting to get aerial roots. I think I'm going to move her to one of my moss poles, my DIY moss poles. But I'm not sure, because I have been having so much trouble keeping my, what are you? A medium silver on, I've been having so much trouble keeping that pole wet or moist. And so, I don't know. Maybe I just need to, like, saran wrap, like, the top part. You can't even see, like, the top part here that doesn't have any roots to it, or, like, any contact whatsoever. But I don't know. But yeah, she's starting to get so full and, like, lush, and oh my goodness. this one's probably going to move to this side, and so you have the variegated side and the less variegated side. I've just noticed that. But yeah, she's getting so pretty. I really hope she keeps growing over the winter. Yeah, I'm so excited about this plant, and she's definitely one of my favorites. And I can't believe that I had gotten her, I mean, fully rooted. She had at least, I think she had these 4 bottom leaves right there, at least. She might have had this one. I don't think she had this one. Yeah, I don't think she did. I think it was just those 4 down there. I got it for $45, $50, and like, I'm so happy that I actually pulled the trigger, even though she was showing not that much variegation, but she's pulled through. She has outdone herself with what I had seen. And that is why you do not trust just pictures of variegation. Because that one, that little one right there, that one, and that one was all I saw, which doesn't look very variegated, right? And now she is popping out these stunners, and okay, I'm done. I'm done talking about it. I can't. Oh my God, she dropped a flower. One thing about begonia blooms, I've noticed, they are very fragile. No, you can't have this. Alright guys, I have definitely been filming and talking way too much. Like I said, happy November 1st. Technically, you can start decorating for Christmas, if you so wish. Just keep that in mind. Anyways, back up, please. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you stayed all the way through to the end, tell me which one was your favorite or has shown the most improvement. I want to know which one you guys think. I think I know, but it's actually kind of hard. I have like 4 in mind that have just like popped in just the little time that I have had them. And so yeah, I want to hear your thoughts. But anyways, that's it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, don't forget to give it a giant big thumbs up. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And I would love to hear your ideas on what kind of videos you want to see this month. Because like I have a couple in mind, but I'm not sure. Not sure. Anyways, I will see you guys in the next one.